top 3 and he's still enthusiastic and got that real verve. Thank you very much, Brendan Smith. Now, our second speaker had her inaugural speech in 2008, and at the time she said that she felt that people voted for Greens because they needed to see action taken on climate change, to legislate greenhouse gas emission and targets, improve public transport and improve energy efficiency in homes. And so it'd be very interesting to see whether or not those are still the things that you feel are very important for people who will hopefully vote in this election for your party. Please welcome the Honourable Marilyn Hunt.
Thanks, Joe, and I also would like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the lands of the Ngunnawal people and paying my respects to elders past and present. So why should the ACT electors vote for the Greens? Well, the Greens have proven over the last 4 years that a vote for Greens delivers real change in the community. The Greens have the most progressive policies that deliver the best outcomes for the community. And without the Greens, these things would never happen. The Greens are very proud of our record over the last 4 years, and never before have we had such an impact. We've added value to every debate. We've had many Greens laws that have been passed. We put issues on the agenda and made real on-the-ground improvements right across Canberra. And we're equally proud of the range of initiatives that we'll take to this election. Never before have we had such an impressive suite of costed, progressive and achievable commitments. We're putting forward a plan that will make Canberra a better connected, healthier and a more livable city. And the Greens have an amazing track record of making our election promises a reality. So in that introduction, Joe spoke about the greenhouse gas emissions target. Well, we now have legislation in place for a 40% reduction by 2020 on 1990 levels. Best legislation in the country. We put millions and millions more through the parliamentary agreement into energy efficiency, particularly in public housing. So many of those things I spoke about in my speech, along with public transport. Millions more dollars have gone into public transport and the establishment of the Red Rapid service and also the extension of Blue Rapid lines have all been because the Greens have been in the Assembly. So the Greens' vision for the kind of community that we want to become and the better future we're committed to relies on the careful custodianship of the environment, providing opportunities and a place regardless of age, cultural heritage and income, and transitioning to an economy that rewards innovation and supports the businesses and jobs of the 21st century. And Canberra needs to lead the nation as a smart city. We're also focused on the health of Canberrans. One of our achievements that we're particularly proud of over the last 4 years is an additional $50 million into mental health. And the Greens are not just committed to improving the health system, we want to foster a healthier community. We're interested in people and health outcomes, not just statistics and lazy and unhelpful slogans. The Greens understand that good health care means easy access to affordable GPs and a first-class hospital system, but we also understand that good health care isn't just about the system. It's also about bringing up our children in a clean environment, free from pollution, with nourishing food and plenty of opportunities to play outdoors and to be involved in physical activities. And it's about making people or ensuring that we have a community where people feel that they belong and which they can make a contribution and be respected. Building a better connected Canberra has been an essential part of the Greens' policies for this election. We have announced a commitment to build light rail and backed it up with a financial commitment to make sure that it actually happens. Now with the Labor Party, they have now also got on board, and so I think that this is something we will see it happen, and it will transform this city and it will transform our transport system. We've also announced a package of reforms to our bus network to complement the new light rail system. and this will ensure that it's easier to get around in Canberra more than ever before. We're committed to improving our local environment as well as doing our part in tackling the global issues. We have a plan for fixing up our lakes and our waterways and ensuring that we protect our surrounds so that we do remain the bush capital. We have a range of policies for better planning outcomes, ensuring that all residents can fairly participate in the process as well as delivering truly sustainable outcomes that reduce residents' costs and our environmental footprint. So in the last couple of months we have been, as I said, releasing a range of initiatives across those areas of making Canberra a more livable city, to make it a better connected city and to make it a healthier city. We've had our Healthy Kids package. This is about putting more money out there for school gardens, canteen upgrades. It's also about building a social enterprise around canteens so that we have greater employment opportunities for people who may be disadvantaged in the employment place. We've put out, as I said, our lakes package so that we can clean up all of our lakes and waterways. We have also put out ones around safe and healthy workplaces. We've seen 4 deaths in the construction industry, for example, in the last 10 months or so. This cannot go on. We need to be looking at how we can make those workplaces safer. And unfortunately, we have a young man who's in hospital in a critical condition who was injured on a work site just in the last 48 hours or so. So we're committed to greater workplace safety. We've also put in place some programs, social programs, that will support those young people who find themselves in the care and protection system, the kinship carers, the foster carers. And we've also launched our open government plan as well. And this really looks at a charter of open government, funding Gov 2.0 initiatives. This is to make sure that more information that government has is put online and is made available to the citizens. We also want to be enhancing better consultation with citizens, a greater online consultation, but being more creative with the way that we engage with citizens around issues that are going to impact on them. And we also want to improve our freedom of information laws as well, to again make it easier to access information. One of the things we did get through in this Parliament was better whistleblower legislation. In fact, we now have the best whistleblower legislation in the country, and that was because we did make sure that was put into the parliamentary agreement. All of these things are very important. We've got a lot of parliamentary reform in that agreement. We need to keep pushing that line to ensure that it's transparent, it's accountable, and citizens can get information. We've put out initiatives around arts, around planning. We certainly have put out some stuff out around the climate change and energy, a package that we just put out the other day around how we can be underpinning that greenhouse gas reduction legislation with real and practical measures that are going to see our city transformed. And we also have spoken and will speak further about that transitioning to the green economy, to building the knowledge economy in the city, to underpinning that, to putting in place the jobs of the 21st century, the sorts of training, the skills that we're going to need to underpin that transition. So we believe we've got a visionary plan out there, and we certainly are hoping that we do get support, because with your support, together we can make these changes and turn it into real action. Thank you.